Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me a diamond in the rough. His name is Kainoa Fuiava. He's a defensive lineman out of Western Michigan. How's your day going, man?
Good. How about you?
Doing fine, doing fine. I realize you're out there like on the West Coast. You've been up for a while, training. So, um, we'll talk about you. I want to talk about you and your story. Maybe where you're from and that sort of thing. So, why don't you go ahead and start us out, man? Tell me maybe where you're from and how you got there to Western Michigan.
Shoot. From Los Angeles, California. Basically grew up and raised from out here throughout my whole life. Ended up getting the opportunity to get recruited somewhat highly. But ended up going straight to BYU out of high school. Played there for 2 years. Ended up transferring towards Idaho State. Played there for 3. Ended up having a really good, successful years over there and everything. Then, was following my dreams to go back into the FBS. So I ended up making a move, and then Western Michigan was the new home, and that's how I ended up at Western Michigan. Long story short.
Sure, sure. So, I think you were given the option because of COVID, right, to actually do that transfer, or did you already have like a year remaining?
No, so yeah, the COVID year actually gave me another year to play again, and then so uh decided to go for it and got my degree at Idaho State and everything. So decided to go for it and go to Western Michigan.
Yeah, so obviously, again, BYU, Idaho State, Western Michigan. You've had this very long collegiate journey, played for a lot of different coaches and that sort of thing. Let's talk about you as a player. Obviously, you're playing defensive line.
Mhm.
Talk to me maybe about what you believe your strengths are and maybe what you feel separates you as a prospect.
So what's it called? I guess that when I was at Idaho State and I was doing really well over there and everything, I began to feel comfortable to the point where everything was coming. It just seemed too easy with just I don't know. I didn't want to be in that position. I wanted to be uncomfortable. I always wanted to push myself. So um, we were Idaho State. We were in a 3-4 scheme, and what's it called? I didn't know. I wanted to be uncomfortable to the point where I would always be learning more and more. And so I ended up learning the 3-4 scheme the way that it was run at Idaho State really well and everything. And so like basically like the back of my hand, like you just know it's there and everything. So when the reason for me leaving is I wanted to go to a new scheme. I wanted to learn a new scheme, learn what's a new position, especially my size, because I'm quick enough to be at the end, but I'm also big enough to be in the inside the interior guy as well. So that was the main reason for me as well as going to Western Michigan. And then so another different things that I also learned is the way that defensive coordinators see things. I mean, like how plays are actually played out. When I was at Idaho State, our main thing was to cage everything in. We don't want anything to be run to the outside. We always want to send it back towards help and everything. So like contain and everything, keep it good, contain. When I was at Western Michigan, the scheme was more of what's it called? We don't ever want them to run upfield. We always want them to bounce to the outside. And so, we no matter what, we're gonna block up the middle and what's it called, plug up the gaps and everything on the middle. He could run as far, he could run to the sideline as far as he can, with his pursuit to the ball. And so, just learning those two different schemes is what I wanted, and the competition level as well of what's it called, going from FCS to FBS. I wanted to like push myself and everything. Cause like those type of days where you just go to what's odd, you're not feeling it or anything. Well, there's a big difference from when I was at FCS and at FBS where uh FBS level, there's more athletes that I feel like that would want to go to the next level and everything, and so they'll make you get out of your comfort zone and push you, and so that's what I needed. That's what I felt like I needed, and that's what really grew into me. And Western Michigan was definitely a learning experience, and that was a big way for me to grow as well towards the next step.
Right. So really, what we're trying to get at here, with regards to really what you bring to the table, is a couple different things. One of which is the fact that you've really grown into a position where you can be used in a whole lot of different ways there on the defensive line. I mean, I remember sitting down with you last year. I mean, you've gained at least 15, 20 pounds, since then. So you gain the weight, but you still have that quickness in order to move around a little bit, which is really, which really helps you. And then again, like you were saying, I mean, being able to transition from a 3-4 to a 4 to pretty much different schemes where you're, being used all over. I mean, just kind of that IQ of understanding those different schemes really, helps separate you. So.
Mhm.
Um, again, like been a part of a lot of different schemes there. So I want to kind of chat with you just a little bit, because I mean I know this is kind of the way that it is for everybody, but I do want to get a feel from you. Like, talk to me about kind of like that general, like, I don't know, just like a weekly game prep for you. How does that look like, maybe in the film room and weight room? Let's talk about the weight room, because I mean I'm very curious about that, because I mean obviously you gained some weight since last time I talked. So
Mm,
talk to me about that transition of you in the weight room over the past year.
Shoot, I was working out with our strength and conditioning coach is G2. That's I think that's his nickname or his real name. uh, Shoot, that's what we all call him. That guy, great guy, man. He gets us right, gets us going every time, whether it's conditioning or weightlifting. Shoot, I love him to death. That guy, what's that, always looks out for me. So basically, what he was teaching us and everything was he would focus on like explosion. Um, there is a monitor that sees how fast we explode from the bar, and thing didn't really matter too much about the weight and everything, how much you could do. So over there, it was a big difference and everything, where he wanted us to not really focus on the weight but really focus on like the movement of the bar and the speed and everything. And then so, man, he got me right, what's up throughout the whole thing, the whole process throughout the whole season, kept us all what's it called, like any type of injury, if you have anything, he had modifications for any type of thing or that you will have or have you do. And shoot, he always had an answer. There was never a time where I really came up to him and I asked him a question, just showed him what was bothering me and everything. He always just had another, like something on the back of his hand, like, all right, this is what's all this bothering you? All right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And then so, there is always no excuse to not get the work in. And so, yeah.
Right. And again, another thing, I mean, obviously, that I was kind of alluding to with regards to game preparation is film study. So, give me maybe an example about how, like, you were studying your opponent there in the film room, and maybe perhaps it really played out there in a game time situation. Can you maybe think of a moment to share?
So what's it called? I want to say Buffalo. Um, we noticed that what's throughout the film room and everything, we noticed that there would be the linemen will give off a certain stance and everything, little tendencies. Um, so they'll lean. One of the guards will lean on his inside foot. Whenever he leans on his inside foot, we knew that he was pulling. So the D line room, we always communicate of who was leaning on their inside foot of what side, and then just by that of knowing who was leaning, what's it called? We knew somewhat of where the power play was going to be at, and another a great tell of us um, going against Illinois State. What's it called? It was a tell on the quarterback actually when his feet was squared on the in the shotgun position. That was a pass. Every time his feet was staggered, it was a run. And so, what's it called? The ends usually had the good, better vision for that. So looking on from the outside of the feet, and so we could tell of what was gonna happen before it even happened. And then yeah, just the position of the lineman is usually the tells, like such as like any feet, any like any like little tendencies, like a little point. So we study like all around. It's not just the opponent in front of us, but it's also the opponents around us and everything, especially the quarterback.
Right, right. Another part about your history as an athlete that really intrigues me is the fact that you were a rugby player
Yeah,
way back in the day. So, and I do feel like there's a part of that that really carries over very well to the game of football. So, chat with me a little bit about that, about you playing some other sports there back in your day.
I mean, taught me how to be light on my feet, how to how to I guess fall correctly, because what's I doing like ice skating and roller hockey or whatever. And then when you fall, basically like rolling into it, finding different ways to not get hurt. I mean, it just made me more lighter on my feet. My awareness is a lot higher. And then just being more agile. What's throughout all those sports and everything, all taught me a lot. What's with awareness and agile, being light on feet, and then also what's it called? It also helped me make relationships like with like friends throughout. What's how to connect with others, even if we don't have nothing in common. But yeah,
Gotcha. I mean, I just feel like your involvement in a whole lot of those things really, just kind of proves to people that you're a competitive guy. I mean, you like going out there and you like hustling and you like, being, active. So, um, I think all those things are great. Again, I'm always intrigued about rugby because I mean, those guys go out there without pads and they're still able to, tackle people. So,
I love it.
it's
Shoot.
just, it's wild. So.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean rugby alone, what's taught me or benefit my game a lot. Just not focusing me. What's not hitting with my head. Just knowing how to tackle without trying to hurt the other guy, and just make securing the tackle every time. It also helped me from like preventing injuries. Like I I never got. Luckily for myself, I finished high school, college, and everything uh, throughout even my pop corners with never being hurt. So yeah, I mean, shoot, so it did something for me.
I mean, it's really, nice to be able to say that. So, knock on wood,
Yeah, no, shoot, yeah,
hopefully, you could stay that way for sure. So, Kainoa, I mean, we had already talked about you being a part of a whole lot of different programs, having a whole lot of different coaches that have poured into you over the years. Is there maybe one lesson from one of those coaches that still sticks with you today, whether it be from high school, BYU, Idaho State, or there at Western Michigan?
I mean, I learned different attributes from every coach that I ever had, and I took it with me every time. There's always a little thing that what's out. For example, Coach Denham, Western Michigan D-line coach. What's the way that he could interact with people and his excitement, just even connecting with them off of the phone or just even on the phone or interview could really brighten your day. Even if you have like the lowest type of day right now, if he hopped in the interview right now, he'll make you smile, makes you feel good. And I don't know how he does it, man. Dude, like every time I talk with him, bring me he knows how to bring a smile to my face.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it's you need those people in your life for sure that help keep things positive. So
Yeah, positive.
great that you have some coaches that really help you in that regard. So I
Mhm.
want to take a second. I want to meet who this Kainoa Fuiava guy is, like outside of sports and all that stuff. So tell me something about yourself that's maybe interesting, fun, unique, something maybe that not everybody knows about you. So give me something.
Been what's something I didn't know about me. I'm pretty good at video games. What's I've been playing Warzone and then been competing a little bit in tournaments. And then actually we won some tournaments and stuff and got to actually play against some top of the guys in Warzone right now. So, it's been pretty fun.
That's crazy.
And
So,
then so yeah, I mean like
um,
the whole little gaming industry is a whole nother world. I mean, but someone made a name for myself a little bit and got to meet a lot of top of the line people out there.
gotcha. And you're a kid from L.A., right?
Yeah.
Samoan heritage ended up there in Los Angeles, California. So talk to me a little bit about your hometown. Like, if I were to come visit you there, where would we have to go? What would we have to do?
Cool. Go to Tams. I like Tams a lot. I like the breakfast burritos. If you're a big chili cheese or chili cheese fries type of guy, that's your spot as well. What's it called? The beach. I like to, go to the beach and everything. A lot of people think my area, well, I don't know, a lot of outsiders look at my area as somewhat dangerous or like, yeah, somewhat like that. I just look at it as a home. What's it called? Don't try to get involved into, too much into like, the game violence or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows me as a block club. What's it called? As being the kid of what's all that's, on the road to what's all his dreams, which is football and everything. Never got involved in anything like that. And what's all also just what's all around of the community and everything. You can see what's it called all the kids and everything come together, play football on the streets and stuff. And, you see all the kids and everything on like I be like the big kid, like I'll be the big kid on the street, be running around with the other little ones and everything. So yeah.
Right, right. So now I guess we're transitioning towards like this draft season. So I mean, we're wondering, again, how things are going to be, whenever you get that opportunity at the next level. Tell me a little
Mm.
bit maybe about where you're training at right now. If there are any coaches that you're working with, so go
Uh,
ahead
right
and
now
hit me
I'm
with that
working with
stuff.
Right now I'm working with Greg Washington. I was also before this I was working out with Stro Formance. It's in Utah, and so he was helping me a lot actually, and ended up finishing my training out here in Cali and everything. Nice weather, and what's all the yeah, I don't know. What's it called? I mean, yeah, I just been bouncing around a little bit, but uh what's the whole draft and everything. Um I fell down a little bit what's it called throughout the learning experience and everything that I was trying to benefit for myself. but I know that deep down in the future, wherever I go or anything or any opportunity that I'll get, uh, is gonna be dominant. Uh,
Gotcha. So
yeah,
you got a pro day coming up here soon, right? I mean, when's that pro day going to be?
March 14th.
March 14th. So, I mean,
Yeah.
with March 14th, approaching, I mean, can you maybe give me any sort of, I don't know, tidbit as to how that pro day is going to look for you? You have any idea where you're sitting with some of those drills?
I'm something pretty good right now. Gonna be honest with you, pretty high. I'm liking the numbers. I mean, what's I think we're gonna shock a lot of people with the numbers that I'm gonna be putting up for pro day. Um, what's it called? Especially the for my size and everything. You know, it's gonna be a different experience to what people have been seeing.
So, I mean, I'm assuming with your size, I mean, again, a guy who's, 305, 310 pounds, I mean, are we running under a 5 second 40? Is that what we're saying? Right? Is that
Yeah, guaranteed.
so
Yeah.
we're already running under a 5 second 40. That's you're like, why are you even asking that question, Jimmy? I mean, that's kind of a no brainer. So it's nice to get a feel for that. So as we wrap up this interview, bud, I want to give you one more opportunity to speak directly to all those NFL scouts out there. So go ahead, look in the camera, give them your pitch as to why they need to take a chance on you and sign you. So go ahead and get that for me.
Mm, I mean, what's it called? I'm a guy that always competes. I what's my philosophy of the game is always doing your job and making sure everyone does their 111 and holding everyone accountable. I'm what's it called? I'm the number one too with being the first one to take accountability. If I lose my gap or anything, we don't need to go to the board or we don't need to wait till what's it called? We don't need to wait till the next day to find out like what happened on this play. Like if I know that if I know that I messed up or I didn't think, I'll speak on it right then and there. And you can also have other coaches vouch for me as for that as well, which makes the will basically help a lot of us to find out what's the which basically changed our program and what's to help us find out solutions of what could help me and help my team in a different feel like way to fix the problem. The guy that I'm not the rah rah type of guy, the one that tries to seek for attention. Really, if I like problem solving. Like what's up with math and anything. So any type of problems such as defense being broken into, I want to learn and learn how to always fix the problem. And then what's it called? Long story short, I'm a guy that always competes. Every time I compete, it's I always try to be the best in everything I do, whether it's in the video games or even on the field, or try to be the best person I can be as well, and then be a mentor towards others.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked a whole lot about your journey and what you really bring to the table as a prospect. I mean, being able to be successful at a few different programs really helps. Also learning different schemes, being moved around a little bit. Having some versatility to work with really helps. I mean, and just kind of how you've developed into a very solid defensive lineman, that can be used in all aspects. So I really feel like someone should be giving you an opportunity. So hopefully they dive into your tape a little bit and give you that here in the future. So best of luck with everything you got going on. All right.
Appreciate you.
Sure. Again, I have with me Kainoa Fuiava. He's a defensive lineman out of Western Michigan. Definitely check him out.